Ever feel a chill run down your spine, even when you're tucked safely in bed? That feeling that you're not entirely alone? Tonight, we re-diving into 3 true horror stories that will make you question every shadow and every creak in the floor. These aren't tales from a campfire. They're real experiences reported by real people. Our first story comes from a college student named Alex, who took a night job as a security guard at an old abandoned hospital. The first few weeks were quiet, just him and the humming of the fluorescent lights. But then he started hearing things, faint whispers from empty rooms. The sound of a gurney rolling down a deserted hallway. One night, while reviewing security footage, he saw it. A shadowy figure, tall and gaunt, standing at the end of a corridor, just watching. The camera glitched, and when the feed returned, the figure was gone. Alex quit the next day and never looked back. Next, we traveled to a quiet suburban home. A family had just moved in, excited for their new life. But their young daughter started talking to an imaginary friend. She called the man in the wall. Her parents thought it was just a child's fantasy, till they started hearing scratching sounds from inside the walls at night. They'd call out, and the scratching would stop, only to start again in another room. The final straw was when their daughter drew a picture. A crude drawing of their family, with a tall, thin man looming over them from behind a wall. His eyes just black scribbles. They hired an inspector who found a series of hidden crawl spaces behind the drywall, spaces that weren't on the original blueprints. They moved out immediately. Our final story is about a hiker who got lost deep in the Appalachian Mountains. As dusk fell, he stumbled upon a clearing with a single, perfectly preserved log cabin. Relieved, he knocked, but there was no answer. The door was unlocked, so he let himself in. Inside, it was strangely modern and well-kept. There was even food on the table, still warm. Exhausted, he decided to stay the night. What unsettled him were the portraits. Dozens of them lining every wall. They were all incredibly detailed, but they all had one thing in common: the eyes. They seemed to stare right at him, filled with a look of pure terror. He tried to sleep but couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. As dawn broke, he hurried out of the cabin. When he turned back for one last look, he realized the cabin didn't have any windows. The portraits weren't paintings. They were windows. 3 stories, 3 chilling reminders that sometimes the scariest things are the ones that really happen. What do you think? Could you have survived these encounters? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more true horror stories. Sleep tight.